Yo guys, what is up? It is Alex or Black Eye here. SMITE just announced this year's Golden Bolt nominations, which will be open from October 10th to October 18th. For those that don't know, the Golden Bolts are somewhat of a SMITE-themed clone of the Golden Globe Awards. It is essentially an award ceremony that recognizes community members for the work they've put into SMITE over the past year. There are multiple categories you can nominate people for. For streaming, there is Streamer of the Year, and this one is fairly straightforward and is supposed to recognize a streamer in the SMITE community. For content creation, there is Video Creator of the Year. This one is also fairly straightforward and is supposed to recognize a video creator in the SMITE community. For Community Contributor, there are 3 separate categories. Community Member of the Year, and this category is for a community creator that has had an exceptional impact on the game community of any platform. Fan Artist of the Year, and this one's also fairly straightforward and is supposed to recognize artists in the SMITE community. And finally, there is Rising Star. This one is very similar to Streamer or Video Creator of the Year, but it is intended to recognize up-and-coming creators rather than larger, already established creators. The last 3 categories are in regards to professional play and esports, which are all fairly straightforward. The remaining 3 categories consist of Rookie of the Year, where you nominate an SPL rookie that deserves recognition, Pro Player of the Year, where you nominate a professional SMITE player that you think deserves recognition, and Esports Play of the Year, where you nominate a specific play made by someone in a competitive environment, whether that be SPL, SEC, SOC, or maybe even Collegiate SMITE. They don't have a specific definition, but I'm fairly certain that it's just limited to anything competitive outside of casuals or ranked. In the past, these have been plays made in the SMITE Pro League. The nominations are now open and last through October 18th. To nominate someone, all you need to do is go to goldenbolts.smitegame.com and log into your SMITE account. You then click on Nominations, and you are prompted with multiple categories. You can select which categories you'd like to nominate people for, and then click Next. If you aren't sure who you want to nominate and are scared of wasting a nomination, don't worry, because you can actually nominate multiple people for the same category by simply going back when you finish. This also means that if you aren't sure about a specific category and want to come back later, you are also free to do so. That being said, there are a few criteria about who you're allowed to nominate. Firstly, they must be 18 years of age or older. 2, the age of majority in their jurisdiction of residence, which I believe is fancy legal speak for the place you live in must consider you an adult. In most cases, this is 18 years of age, but there are some exceptions. 3, they must have a high-res account in good standing. 4, they must have published or participated in SMITE content during the 2022 calendar year. All nominations are reviewed on a case-by-case basis, and even if just one of the criteria isn't met, there's a good chance high-res won't consider said nomination when deciding who moves on to the voting stage. High-res will begin their finalist selection period on October 19th, and it will end on October 25th. During this time, SMITE staff will evaluate each nomination and select up to 6 potential finalists per category to move on to the voting stage of the Golden Bolts. Before the voting process begins, high-res will contact each potential finalist with additional instructions that may include requests for information and documents. Upon completing their instructions, they will then officially move on to the voting stage. Voting goes on between November 1st and November 15th. You may only vote for one person per category. The person with the most votes in each category will be declared the winner. The winners will be announced publicly during the SMITE World Championship on January 15th, 2023. That is really all you need to know about the Golden Bolts, and there is a link in the description that leads to the nominations page. If that's all you came to this video for, feel free to click off now, as I'd like to spend a few minutes talking about my history with content creation and the Golden Bolts. Last year in 2021, I was nominated for Community Member of the Year, most likely due to my time being an Olympian for this year. I was nominated alongside Kitten of Doom, Blues Ultra, and Trelly Relly. Trelly ended up winning over me. To put things bluntly, I just really want to win, and believe that'd be a good nomination for both Community Member of the Year as well as Rising Star. That being said, there are so many people that I believe are also worthy of being nominated for those categories, and regardless of whoever is nominated, I can't really be upset if other people are nominated over me. Everyone I mentioned previously, Kitten of Doom, Trelly, and Blues Ultra, are all deserving of the award, so I wasn't too upset when Trelly won. Even though I'm not an Olympian this year, I still think I generate a lot of healthy discussion about the game, and also pioneered a campaign for 2 skins that actually made it into the game, Big Gun Kepri and Bun Hats. I have an entire video about this campaign if you'd like to watch it. I've also been grinding really hard for the past few months on streaming and YouTube, and I don't plan to stop. I quit my job in August because I had a 1-hour commute to work and was getting really tired of spending 2 hours solely driving off the clock every single day just for my job. I was also relocated literally in the middle of bumfuck nowhere just for work, and I didn't really have any friends. The most social interaction I got was at work or visiting Ducky and Wraithen once every 2 to 3 months. Thank you guys so much for the recent support. I literally just can't even believe I've gotten this far, even though most would consider me a small creator. I don't know, it's just crazy to me that there are people that are genuinely excited to watch my content and support me. And I don't really know how to repay all this support, and I get a thank you isn't enough. Like I said previously, a link for the Golden Bolt nominations are in the description. This has been Black Eye, and I'll see you in the next video.
Oh shit, pray them niggas go, hey. Oh, we sell the clowns around, it look like circus show, hey. This is not the album either, these are just throwaways.